drama aplenty down there over the years, haven't we?
Yeah, we have, and we saw just a tiny little bit of movement there for Pratama as well, right at the end of that slow-mo. So the number 7 definitely pushing pretty hard out there, and they're coming just into the final corner now, and just the only bit of the track that we can't see actually, or that I can't see from my position, is the apex of the final corner. But yeah, no drama at the moment in this front group. They seem to have calmed down again a little bit in the second half of this lap, but Hakeem Danish, like we said, I think this is definitely a tactical move from him to be sat there their way back into contention. It's a bit of a difficult one to judge at the moment, but it's also a difficult one to judge who's going to win this race, because as soon as we said Hakeem Danish looks like he's making his moves, he now looks like he's going to be shuffled back into 4th position. We have Veda Ega Pratama back in the race lead once again as well, the number 7. So we have just over 2 laps to go then, or 2 3/4, and still nothing between these front 4.
Just need to mention Hamed Al Saouti down in 12th place. He, of course, is 3rd in the overall standings. He's had 2 podiums this year, Fran, and he is a title contender this year. He's behind Azara and Danish in the overall standings. He's not having a good time of things out there. He's 17 seconds down from the lead, so I'm not sure what's happened to Al Saouti this weekend, but it's not going for him, so he's going to lose ground unless anything dramatic happens in the closing stages. So he's one to look out for, especially in race 2 as well.
Yeah, most definitely is, and maybe just a little bit less experience at this Buriram circuit could be making a difference for the Qatari rider, because he's one whose progress has been methodical and taken real steps. So maybe with a little bit less track knowledge, that's just hurting his charge this weekend. But yeah, we'll see what he can do on Sunday as well. If there is that step forward, then maybe it's just a case of putting the pieces together. But putting the pieces together then at the front, Hakeem Danish once again is up into 2nd place and looking for a way through, I think, into the race lead. What do we think?
Well, he's certainly making good progress. He kept his nose quiet, hasn't he, throughout the race. But now I think, yeah, in the last couple of laps, he started to make moves, make some progress, and make himself a bit busy. And he's got a good run out of turn 11 here. Is he going to make a move for the race lead down into turn 12? He's late on the brakes, later than Pratama, the number 7. Up the inside he goes. And that's a class move then from Hakeem Danish to take the race lead. Interesting to see who wins the run to the line.
I was going to say, what a dry run it was. And I lied to you earlier then. Wow. We have some spots of rain out on track. Let's hope then that we can make it to the end of this race without those affecting track conditions too much. Of course, it is much, much warmer in Thailand. It's not Yorkshire, so hopefully a few drops won't have too much effect on these guys out on track, but we'll keep an eye on that. Where was that rain flag out? Was it down at the final corner, or was it a cutaway to somewhere else on the track? I'm trying to look at the marshal posts at the moment, but yeah, so just over a lap to go then, and it looks like we've got a few spots out there just to complicate life a little bit for these guys. And at the front then, it's still Pratama, the number 7. And as we said, ironically, I used the phrase dry run. He was able to get to the line first, even when Danish made that move at the final corner. That's literally the way that this track is designed, to create that epic end to the lap. So definitely doing its job is Buriram with that. So that'll be an interesting one now to see if Danish will wait until that final corner if it comes down to it, knowing that he really would have to nail that exit to get to the line first.
I think they've been watching the 2019 MotoGP race between Marc Marquez and Fabio Quartararo.
I think we all have.
Well, we have, yeah. Quartararo up the inside at the final corner, Marquez getting the cutback. That's exactly what we saw there with Pratama and Danish. And
I think it's the only one Marc's won on the final lap in that style, isn't it? Because all the rest with the Dobbies and the Alex Rins defeat at Silverstone, he's usually the attacker.
Yes, he certainly is. So here we go then, the penultimate time down into turn 12. It's going to be Pratama who will emerge onto the final lap as the race leader, with Gunmie right behind him. Hakeem Danish, could be title leader in about a lap's time, and Carter Thompson right there as well. It's going to be a fascinating end to the race. Not too many spots on the camera lens, which is great news as well.
Yeah, I think we're going to make it to the end with a dry race, and track definitely looking pretty dry out there, as you can see on screen. The same colour as when we saw lights out and got underway. Veda Ega Pratama then at the moment with just a little bit of breathing space at the front, the number 7. Oh, Danish trying to go a bit ambitious there in that move, trying to take over in second. But Gunmie, despite having to defend that then, didn't lose out too much to Pratama either. But Danish is far from done. The number 13 then, he's going to attack again.
Denise looking really hungry here. He was so late on the brakes down into turn 3, didn't quite manage to get it stopped, but using the slipstream, Gunmie has caught back up to Pratama and is going to have 3 abreast, almost 4 abreast. Denise looking for 2 for 1. Oh, that was too close for comfort there.
Everyone hold your breath for a second there then. Hakeem Danish really, really leery then, and really looking busy at the moment, the number 13. But after all of that drama and close calls, it's still Pratama in that lead. Danish still looking for a way past, and he is a little bit, he's going to lose out there as well, and now he's going to have Mie looking for a way through almost immediately.
Oh, look at the corner speed Denise carries round there. Is he going to go at the inside at turn 10? Yes, he is. What a move then from Hakim Denise. It's going to come down to the final corner, Fran.
It is indeed. So you could see Pratama there almost out the seat a second ago, and there was no second invitation needed. Who is going to be latest on the brakes? Mie's going for it. Is he going to make it stick? Pratama then always out onto the green.
Denise!
It's Denise. The edge enough to try that cheeky pickpocket and came through into the lead. And then those guys, so you can see then it wasn't going to work out. It got very close, but Danish just able to thread the needle there and head towards the line and away from the drama. Mie making that lunge, it's incredible, isn't it? 3 abreast. Mie bails out a little bit, thinks, no, I can just control this a bit better.
Yeah.
Pratama all the way out onto the green. He looks like he's already getting